We are back in our filming spot today with the 1998 BMW Z3. Today I'm going to show you everything that is wrong with this car. And I say everything that is wrong. I mean, you see that title and you probably think, wow, see, it's a BMW, it's got problems. Lemon, I mean, money pit. BMWs do have a reputation for being high maintenance, and this one may end up being like that. So far, it's really not like that. It's been fun to drive. It's been low maintenance in the roughly 400 miles that I've had it, so I haven't really had it long enough to say that. But I'm going to point out all the flaws on the car today, show you everything that is wrong with it. And it's in good condition overall, but there are some little things here and there because it is a 22-year-old car. So there's some things that need to be tended to, need to be fixed. Mechanically, at this point, it doesn't really seem like there's anything. There's something I had to fix. I'll get into that in just a minute. But overall, it's solid. With that being said, let's jump right in. Let's take a look at the flaws so you guys get an idea of what exactly this car is all about. So like I said, the car runs and drives great. I've enjoyed driving it quite a bit since I bought it. And you'll notice that I bought the German Euro plate from customeuroplates.com. That's the e-car guy plate for up front. We did the headlight restoration up front, so the headlights are in great shape now. As far as I say great shape, they're restored. They're going to need to be replaced eventually, but they look great now. From a distance, it looks like a totally different car, and the shine of the paint has a great shine to it. And I suspect that maybe at some point the car may have been repainted. Just by looking at it in certain areas, I can tell. But overall, it's got a nice shine. There's no clear coat fade or anything like that. No rust on the car. It is a southern vehicle from Virginia and West Virginia, so it's in great shape. It doesn't have any rust as far as that goes. The top has been replaced, so that is something that was wrong on the car, but is not wrong any longer. So really, the majority of what is wrong on the car, and this is just cosmetic things, it's on the interior. I've seen a lot of these Z3s with just the design, I guess, of the leather seats. The inserts here on this side, this one is split, and then over on that side, it is starting to pop undone there, you can see. So that's not something that I'm gonna fix right away. I did take it to an upholstery shop, and a little bit crazy, the guy wanted like 1,800 bucks to reupholster the seats. I mean, I'm not putting that money into this car. I'd just drive it until it died before I put 1,800 bucks into it, especially for seats of all things. But with that being said, I can go on eBay, buy a used set identical to these. I saw one a couple weeks ago, same color and everything, no splitting, a little bit of this going on still, for $600. So at this point, I want to get to know the car before I put that kind of money into it for seats. Right here, this is a little bit messed up and kind of broken, but it's not anything that really bothers me too much. The speaker over here is coming out. I don't mess with it a whole lot, so it's just there. The steering wheel is really not in bad shape. At the top, there is some fraying that I probably will end up getting another cover just because it's starting to fray up top a little bit. But looking at the dashboard, it's pretty solid. It doesn't have any cracking or anything like that, so nothing wrong there. But over here, you'll notice another cosmetic thing. The fog light switch is just hanging out, and yes, it was like that when I bought it. I guess it just needs some kind of a mount or something. I can probably get that on eBay. I haven't really looked for that though. Fog lights do work, by the way. This right here, every time I drive the car, this thing would just fall off because it was kind of rigged in there with some wires, as you can see. And yeah, it would just be like, I'd turn corners and it would fall and just be like, fine. So I put that behind the seat, that's why. This right here, this is a unit that can be replaced. I do intend to replace that. The interior plastic parts for this car, kind of pricey. I mean, it is a German vehicle, so that's to be expected, but I think I priced this out for like 140 bucks online. I just think that that's kind of pricey. I mean, I might be able to go to a junkyard and get one that's not broken like this. The cup holders are virtually worthless unless you have a bottle like this that is narrow. If you go to McDonald's or you go to Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell and get one of those large drinks, you have to hold it in your lap because these cup holders are very, very tiny. Another thing that is wrong on the interior is this right here. This thing is broken. I've seen a lot of Z3s with this particular piece broken, and we've got the dual pop out thing there, that, and then that. This lid itself can be replaced. I've found it on eBay for like 140 bucks. So probably gonna replace that eventually, but it's nothing that's pressing, like I said. Also, if you, surprise, surprise. Also, if you open the trunk, you will notice that I've slammed this probably at least a dozen times already. The shocks, you got to make sure that you hold it when you open it because the shocks are shot. Shocks are shot. And I need to replace those. Got to push it back for it to stay up because if it's right here, I mean, it'll just fall down. I haven't priced those out yet, so I'm not sure how inexpensive or expensive those will end up being, but we will find out. And over here, I'm not sure exactly what's going on this side. There is a screw right here, and I'm thinking, I know that there's a pop-out thing missing there. There's these little pop things that go into the dash. I'm thinking that's what was here, but I guess the previous owner probably just screwed that for whatever reason. I don't know. I did notice this the other day for some reason. I don't know if I was cleaning the dash or something, but let me get to the side here in case this blows. The airbag cover thing is, yeah, not gonna mess with that too much, but that's just kind of sitting there. This door, you can kind of hear it. It pops when you open it, so I did put some white lithium grease, some WD-40 in the hinges, still cracking and popping. Nothing that's gonna really take care of that unless I probably get into tearing the hinges apart or something, I don't know. The BMW badges on the sides are wrong with the car. I mean, the paint is faded on them. I plan on replacing those at some point, but then again, nothing too pressing. At this point, I'm just kind of driving the car and getting to know it before I put a lot of money into it. I want to make sure it's a solid car. So far, it seems like it is. I do believe that the antenna here is supposed to be power. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I always just leave it up because I haven't found a button in here if it is power, and I could be completely wrong on that, so it's not a big deal. Let's pop the hood, and I'm going to start it up actually before I pop the hood. And it's currently sitting at 115,652 miles, 294 miles on the trip meter. I've driven it 294 miles since changing the oil. Things I've done to the car, you already know that I restored the headlights. I did change the oil, switched it out to Liquimoly full synthetic 5W40. And then also, the day that I bought the car, I got it home and just like a block away from my house, and I heard this annoying rattling noise, like it was really just driving me nuts. So I opened the hood. It wasn't too terribly loud, but it was loud enough to say, you know, it's there. I stay on top of my vehicle maintenance. I just bought this car. What the heck is wrong with it? So I listened to it very closely and determined that it was the water pump that was going bad. A common issue on these Z3s, and I think a lot of BMWs for that matter, is the water pumps tend to fail. So I did have the radiator drained. The coolant was replaced with blue European coolant. There was just regular green coolant in it before, but now there's the European formula coolant, and also brand new water pump. Listen to it run, guys. The 1.9 liter does seem like it's a sound motor. It It's not the most powerful by any means, but so far it's doing pretty well. This right here, I plan on painting this black over again and then maybe doing some fresh silver paint on that. I did find out on a Carfax that the radiator was replaced at about 75, 80,000 miles, something like that, so newer radiator. But yeah, there you guys go. That is pretty much a video showing you a little bit more of what is wrong with the car. And like I said, it's not too terribly awful as far as the flaws. They're just cosmetic things. But I do plan to bring you guys a lot of content on this car in the future as I fix it up, do different things to it, and just routine maintenance, as I'm sure that I will encounter, being that it is BMW. I'll probably have to do little things to it here and there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe today if you haven't already. Rate the video before you go. Comment and let me know your thoughts. And I will see you guys in the next one.